So the dates are announced for what? For the 5-point plan, which was announced on 4th of December last year. So the UK government made major changes last year. However, they had not announced when those changes will be implemented. And I know many of you had been waiting for it because you guys are impacted, whether you are a skill visa, spouse visa, student visa, or a carer visa. So if you guys want to know what are the dates, what are the changes announced on 30th of Jan 2024, make sure you stick with me till the end of this video. However, before we start, if you guys want to study abroad, my team can help you. We had been helping students from the last 5 months to help you move abroad to study in any of these listed countries. Whether you want to study bachelor's, master's, or even PhD, my team can help you free of cost. Just fill out the form which is provided in the video description so that we can reach out to you. So let's start with today's video. So as you can see from my screen, these are the official changes which was announced on 30th of Jan 2024 regarding the legal migration for family, work visa, and even student visa. Now, from a new audience, if you still don't know what I'm talking about, so last year, 4th of December, the UK government announced 5-point plan, which included all the visa categories. For example, social care workers were not allowed to bring dependent. However, they didn't mention exactly what date. The second change was about the baseline minimum salary for skilled worker visa, which was changing from 26,200 to 38,700. The third change was about abolition of the shortage occupation list because the companies were able to hire cheap labor from abroad if the jobs were listed in the shortage occupation list. And the fourth change was on the spouse visa. Now, remember guys, if you're coming to the UK on dependent visa or a student dependent visa or a carer visa, you are not a spouse visa holder. You are not spouse dependent visa holder. You are just a dependent visa holder. So this change is only for the spouse visa, which means if you are a ILR, which is indefinite leave to remain holder in the UK or British passport holder, if you want to bring your partner, then you are impacted by this rule, which is called the spouse visa, where the minimum salary threshold requirement is changed from 18,600 to 29,000 for this year. And the last one was the MAC, which is the Migration Advisory Committee. They want to review the graduate visa, which is the post-study work permit. However, they have not announced when this changes or assessment will start. What was announced yesterday, which was 30th of Jan, they have announced the date for all these changes. So let's begin with the first one, which is about the care workers. Now, the care workers cannot bring their family members like your partner or your children from 11th of March 2024. However, if you are already in the UK and if you have already got a visa, say for 1 year, 2 year, and you will be extending your visa, say after 11th of March, you can still bring your dependent or you can extend your partner's visa as well along with you. So you guys are not impacted. This rule is only for the new application and not for anyone who is extending their visa. I hope this is clear. Now, the second one is about the skilled worker minimum salary threshold, which is increasing from 4th of April 2024. Now, again, for people who are already in the UK on a skilled visa, if you're extending your visa, you are not impacted. This is only for the new application, which will be applied on 4th of April 2024. The third change is about the shortage occupation list. And most likely, they are saying the changes will be announced on 4th of April. So we are hoping that they will be taking out most of the jobs from the shortage occupation list and only keep the jobs which are really in high demand and there's a shortage of labor. Now, the fourth one and the most important, especially impacting for British people or people who are settled in the UK, which is the spouse partner visa minimum income, which will increase from 29,000 on 11th of April 2024. Of course, it will increase later on to 34,500 and later on to 38,700 in 2025. There are a lot of questions around the spouse and partner visa, which I'll discuss now. Now, the fifth one is about the Migration Advisory Committee said they have not started assessment of the PSW, which is the graduate visa. So there's no date announced about the PSW, whether it's stopping or they are not stopping PSW. So guys, if you're planning to study in the UK, remember there's no announcement around it. So you can still keep your plan to study in the UK if you're coming this year or even next year. Now let's go through the list of the questions which they have covered in this announcement. First of all, will MPs be voting to approve or reject or amend the changes? So most likely there will not be any changes to what is announced already today. So all the changes will be implemented as per the dates announced. Now, if you guys want to know why is government making such changes, due to the high net migration which was recorded last year. So questions around if you are extending your visa, whether you are on a spouse visa, partner visa, you guys will be impacted only if you're a new application holder. Yeah, if you're extending your visa, you will not be impacted. I had been saying this a lot of times because they had already said they don't want to go backward, but they want to move forward. So only new applications will be impacted, and only the new salary threshold will be applied to you if you're applying for the first time. If you're extending your visa, if you're already in the UK, you guys are not impacted. Now, the second question is, can both the applicants and the sponsors' income be counted towards the new salary threshold or the old one? So when you're applying for the initial visa from outside the UK, remember, only the sponsor's income will be counted. And only if you are in the UK for extension, or if you're a permanent residence holder, both the incomes can be counted if you happen to provide the 6 months evidence of the salary. Then together, salary threshold will be counted. So the next question is, will there be changes to the amount of savings needed as an alternative to income? So they don't have a clear answer to it. As of now, if you cannot provide any evidence of your income, you will have to show a saving of 62,500. So most likely it will be increased to 88,500. However, they will provide more clarification on this point. Now, moving to the next one, will the minimum income increase apply to foreign members of the armed forces? So the answer is yes, irrespective of any profession you are, it is going to impact you as well. Now, questions were, is there any other country who have applied similar kind of rule for the spouse visa? They had mentioned Belgium and Norway. And the last question is about higher salary, 38,700 for skilled worker visa. Will that apply to people already here on that visa? So like I said, no, if you are extending your visa, you're not impacted. Only for the new applications, you guys will be impacted. So I have covered all the questions which was announced, and more clarification was provided on 30th of Jan. If you guys want any clarification, or if you don't understand any point, you can definitely ask me in the question below. So quick reminder to what we discussed now, and important dates that you should remember is that from 11th of March 2024, you cannot bring your dependent on a carer visa. Now remember, not all the professions are impacted, only the carer and senior carer. Now, if you are coming on a skilled worker visa from 4th of April, the new salary threshold is 38,700. But again, the healthcare worker visas and also social care and for education workers, you guys are not impacted as you are exempted from the salary threshold. The third one about the shortage occupation list, mostly the new list will be published on 4th of April. And the spouse visa, our partner visa, the minimum salary threshold is now 29,000, which will be implemented from 11th of April for the new applications. And there's no update on graduate visa and PSW. So that's the summary for you guys. Let me know if you guys got any question. Thanks for watching my video till the end, and I'll see you guys soon with my next video. Till then, keep learning.